Long before Taylor Swift bought Holiday House, the sprawling Rhode Island home was the backdrop for a very different kind of story, a honeymoon captured on 8mm film. In the 1951 footage, a young bride named Yvonne Olsen walks the stairs behind the Watch Hill mansion. She writes her husband's name, Jack, in the sand.
She's just always clowning around, and that she was like that until her death, really. She just still had that spark.
John and Yvonne's daughter, Linda, rediscovered the home films after her mother died in March 2025.
And it was all the footage of their honeymoon at the house, and her running up from the beach, and, her walking around. She just thought she was the bee's knees walking around in that house.
So how did the married couple end up honeymooning at the mansion Swift now owns? Before the singer bought it, the home belonged to billionaires William Hale and Rebecca Harkness, the couple immortalized in the song The Last Great American Dynasty. John's father, William Lend Olsen, was their yacht captain. His wife, Jenny, stayed behind as caretaker.
They get married, and then they decide on their honeymoon that they're going to take a road trip and go to Watch Hill, Rhode Island. My grandfather worked on the Harkness yacht, so Rebecca Harkness was the woman who owned the house. She was the heiress to Standard Oil and some other crazy stuff. So while my grandfather was out on the yacht, my grandmother stayed behind and was like the caretaker of the home, because mind you, those were summer cottages back then, and it was a ghost town in the wintertime. Nobody was around.
For Yvonne, who grew up in a small Michigan farmhouse and had never even seen the ocean, the trip probably felt surreal.
And he drove her there, and can you imagine her, they still had an outhouse at her house, and she'd never seen the ocean, and then they pull into this house. I mean, she must have just thought she struck gold,
Today, Linda carries her parents' memory with her. She and her boyfriend recently returned to the shores behind Holiday House.
I took a ride down there and walked down on the beach behind the house and threw the ashes out and just kind of said, Mom, we're going to do this interview, and here you go. We're going to send this out into the universe.
A love story forever preserved on film of a couple having a marvelous time, relishing everything.
She would be thrilled.
Brian West, The Tennessean.